Bob Dylan once sang, "The times, they are a-changin'." And in college football, that really is the case these days, as NIL and revenue sharing become the major topics of discussion. San Diego State is trying to navigate, keep up, and trailblaze during these times. As a result, they've hired their first ever general manager, a position becoming more common as college football takes on more of a pro model. Caleb Davis is the general manager for the Aztecs now, and he's one of the youngest GMs in all of college athletics.
We've got a lot of experience on this team.
It's a Monday in May. San Diego State football's new general manager, Caleb Davis, is very excited for the overall talent of this year's roster.
On the outside looking in, all you see is a 3-9 record at San Diego State, and there's not much context added to it. We know we're going to win at a very high level this year, but nobody else on the outside does. The talent here, I was shocked when I got here and realized how good this roster was.
Davis was named the general manager at SDSU on March 10th. His responsibilities are to evaluate the talent of the current roster and incoming players, recruitment, financial allocations, being the liaison for name, image, and likeness, and negotiating NIL contracts with players and their representatives.
I easily had at least 15 phone calls from either agents or portal kids or calls about retaining our roster. I probably had more than that, probably close to 20 calls in a 2-hour time period.
The landscape of college football is ever-changing, with revenue sharing and NIL being at the forefront. San Diego State Athletic Director J.D. Wicker said that's exactly why they needed to make this hire now.
We're entering this new realm of college athletics where we're revenue sharing with our student athletes. It made sense with a team, a squad that's that big. There's so many people that you have to deal with from a revenue sharing standpoint, NIL standpoint. Most student athletes have some type of representation, whether it's an agent or a mom, a dad, an uncle. That required a lot of time of our full-time coaches, so having a GM to help manage that for Coach Lewis made the most sense.
Davis is one of the youngest general managers in college football.
People are going to see this, and I imagine one of the first things they're going to say is, "Wow, he looks young." How old are you?
I'm 26 years old.
How crazy is that?
It's a blessing. It's a blessing every day because for me, I sit back and think about how, middle school Caleb, if I would have told him, you're going to be a general manager in college football before GMs were even a thing in college football, and it's going to be a place like San Diego State that has the history, has the tradition, has everything you could ever want in a program, I would have been pinching myself because I wouldn't have believed it.
He may be young, but he is proven. Before coming to SDSU, he was the director of recruiting at Notre Dame, which was the National College Football Championship runner-up. Head coach Sean Lewis believes that Davis is a young, bright mind.
As someone who was once the youngest head coach in the country, right, age is just a number, right? To me, it's more about knowledge, it's about experience, it's about wisdom in this landscape. And no matter how old you are, this landscape and this position is only a couple of years old. It's in its infancy. So I think having the ability to be flexible, to be a lifelong learner, for lack of a better term, but being green and growing and open to new ideas so that we can be flexible, we can pivot. I think those were things that Caleb really exuded in his interview process, and from the people that have worked around him really resonated and that they championed for him.
Davis's hiring is a stark contrast from what other schools have been doing. As college football takes on more of a pro approach with GMs, several schools have been hiring GMs with NFL experience. Stanford hired Andrew Luck. Cal hired Ron Rivera. Oklahoma hired Jim Nagy.
When you see, yourself versus kind of the people that you're going up against, what are your initial thoughts?
Oh, it's exciting. It's exciting. It's competition. At the end of the day, if something like that doesn't get your blood boiling, doesn't give you goosebumps, doesn't make you, ready to run through a brick wall to make sure San Diego State is a playoff program, then I don't know what does. Shoot, the first day Ron Rivera was hired, it was funny because everyone's like, oh, you got this NFL head coach that you're now competing against that we're going to play week 3, and I love it. I'm probably one of the most quietly competitive people you'll ever meet in your life. I might not be as outwardly trash talking and everything, but deep down, there's a fire that burns inside to make sure not a single person in this entire country outworks me on a day-to-day basis.
Davis showed us what he does on a day-to-day basis, like with evaluating roster talent.
Now, this is an easy one. Just either run them off or cut them off because Christian Jones is a returning starter, Ross is a returning starter. Like, they do their job, which is nice. I'm trying to build a football team. Like, I'm not just trying to collect talent, because there's a lot of talented football teams that lose a lot of games because the team doesn't fit.
In the time that I sat with him, Davis's phone was constantly getting notifications.
Something else going on later. Michael Watkins is a young transfer from Washington. Joe, what's up, dude?
He'll get contacted by agents of student athletes and players themselves with NIL contracts.
Okay, let me shoot. I'm going to follow up with Jasmine right now.
I asked the amount of NIL money San Diego State is dealing with right now. Davis didn't give a number, but he alluded to the fact that San Diego State does not have the NIL money of the Ohio States and the Notre Dames of college athletics. As he negotiates NIL contracts, he still believes that SDSU can bring in top talent as they continue to build those NIL funds.
I would say the number one thing first is culture. We have an elite culture here, and it's a testament to Coach Lewis, everything he's put into place, but it's a testament to these kids. Like, these kids come here and they truly love one another. And I always start every conversation with, number one, do you want to be here?
Yeah, I got you.
Todd, I got one more question for you.
Yes, sir.
Why did you decide to come here?
I love the coaching staff. I love everything about San Diego, just as a whole.
Do you want to be at San Diego State? Every single time that answer is yes. Kids want to be here. Their families want to be here. Their agents want them here. But then the next part of it is everyone's market value is always higher elsewhere. Coach Lewis, if he put his name in the coaching transfer portal, could get more money elsewhere. I could get more money elsewhere. Shoot, Mads and Cam and our operations team could go out there and get more money. Like, that's always, an option for everyone. It's the same deal with our kids. So, okay, if you have the understanding that you want to be here and you love this opportunity, and you do know we're not going to match what some of these power programs can do, then how can we get to a point where, okay, we feel confident that you feel comfortable turning away X amount of money from elsewhere, and you feel comfortable with the agreement in place here?
We need him here for summer one.
Yeah.
And he needs to submit that application as soon as possible.
We also got to see Davis work with academic compliance at SDSU to make sure student athletes are eligible to play for the Aztecs.
Like, how many years of eligibility?
Two.
left?
2 years. Let me see. I have his transcript.
All these responsibilities used to be on the coaching staff, but with Davis being hired, the coaching staff can focus more on football.
Having that new position, having the support of the administration to be able to handle the workflow the way that we need to, so that the staff and myself, from a football side of things, right, like, we can really pour into the relationship with our players, creating the culture that we need to have that's going to drive the execution in between the white lines. Again, we all know where the landscape of college football is going and the landscape of collegiate athletics, so you need to have someone that is excited and passionate about, building the roster and all the nuances that go into that as well. And so Caleb has really grabbed that and taken hold of it.
San Diego State believes hiring Davis will help with their future success. Davis believes it will too.
All I've been around is success at every step, and I don't plan on it being any different. Now, just got to put my head down, work, and ensure the vision and the goals of this program are being reached on a day-to-day basis.